Hi Libras, or should I say fellow Libras. I'm Libra rising, and by the way, you can take this video Libra rising, sun, moon, or rising, or any other placements that you want. I have a lot of placements in Libra, so Libra is a very important sign for me to watch. And this is your monthly reading for your twin flame connection, so it's going to be very exciting. One of the things that I just mentioned to Virgos is that your rising sign is what you physically enact with the world. So if you're wanting to know like when are you going to come into union with your twin flame, something like that, then your rising sign might be more of the sign to look into when you're dealing with that kind of question. But your basic nature, your soul, is your sun sign, and then your moods and the way you feel about things, or the way your person feels about you, is your moon sign. All right, so that could be a good way to start this. Now, what I'm doing here is matching up the divine masculine and the divine feminine. If you want to see more about that, check out the first reading that I put out, which is a general message for the collective, but it's really exciting information. You might like to check that out. Of course, if you've been here before, you know how this works. I'm going to use this spread here to go back and forth between the masculine and the feminine. So let's get started. We have two kind of matching decks, matching a little bit similar but different. One for the feminine and one for the masculine. And then we have our romantic fairy for the feminine, and we have the romance angels for the masculine. So let's ask for the masculine. Divine masculine, Libra, sun, moon, rising, or other placements. What is the general energy here? I'm going to use pronouns he and she just for simplicity's sake. So just ignore it if it doesn't resonate and put yourself where you see yourself. All right. We have stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Really nice, Libras. Okay, so Libra divine masculine just needs to have faith. Stay in positive thinking. Very good. All right, let's see about the divine feminines. Libra, sun, moon, rising, and other placement. What is the divine feminine general energy here for the month of June? What is the divine feminine's general energy? Whoa! I was looking at this marker here, and this is so appropriate because Libra is an air sign, and so it's so easy to be in the head, but saying follow my heart and put that blindfold on, like don't judge with your eyes, judge with your heart. And look at this, we have you're manifesting the one. Very soon your true love will arrive. So some of you don't know who your twin flame is yet, or you know and you haven't met them in 3D yet, or they're about to come in. They're like about to be in your presence, in this vicinity, you know, where you're eye to eye, body to chest. She's kind of a little bit Bridgerton, but he's a little bit, I don't know. Anyway, very exciting energy for the divine feminines here. I claim it in the physical. This is what I would like in the physical. I'd like to get very up close and personal with my twin flame, yes. All right, let's go now back and forth between the divine masculine and the divine feminine and the energies. And first we're going to ask, how does the divine masculine feel about the feminine, the connection, or himself in the month of June for Libra, sun, moon, and rising? How does the divine masculine feel? Okay, let's see. How do they feel? How does the divine masculine feel? Or will they feel in June I mean, I know it's June 1st already, you guys. And if you're watching on real time, hopefully by the time you watch this, not too much time has passed and you can really get a good June message. Let's see what we have falling down here. Woo! Okay, these two are interesting. So he's feeling love, pure love, unequivocated love, but he's a little worried that maybe this love is too codependent. Like maybe your the divine masculine here, not yours necessarily, but the divine masculine here is thinking, I don't want to be in another codependent connection. I want to be in a connection where I feel I can be myself. And yeah, the twin flame connection is incredibly intense, but it's not necessarily codependent, although it feels like that at times because it's two halves becoming whole, it's two parts becoming one. It's almost like they're dependent on each other to create a greater whole, but they don't have to be dependent on each other just to live their lives. They're quite capable of being whole all by themselves. And so there's a difference, and I think the divine masculine here is figuring out the difference. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. What is love? Love is unconditional and it's not codependent. It's not a game. It's not a cute way of partnering and coupling and bondage, and you know what I mean. There is this amazing tie and connection, this thread, this thing that binds the two, masculine and the feminine, but it's not the same thing as the ball and chain, for example. This where you feel so dependent on this person that you know you're not yourself without them. And yet I think they're grappling with I think the divine masculine here is grappling with both concepts, the twin flame concept and this kind of a more of the codependent soulmate, possibly soulmate, or just marriage or boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever relationship, which it can be slightly toxic, let's just put it that way. And they kind of resemble each other in some ways, but you'll see the difference as you progress down the road, how much your life changes for the better. Because the toxic relationship will keep you stuck without any growth, without any new experiences, without advancing, opening your mind, going into these incredible ideas and awakenings and epiphanies and places in your mind. Whereas, yeah, the twin flame is all about self-love and this amazing journey and this ascension energy. Oh yes, so let's see now, what does the divine feminine feel? So this would be me. What does the divine feminine feel in the month of June towards your divine masculine? Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. What? Well, okay, we'll take this. We have the the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands is feeling like, and we got a little hint of that in Virgo, like, is this my move? Is the ball in my court? And Libras are thinking, or feeling, do I need to communicate? Should I reach out? Is it me that needs to communicate? What do I need? You know, that's the energy. Like, I have to express myself. I have to say something. So that's how the Libras are feeling. They're feeling like there's something that they need to say. I think they might be asking themselves, what can I do to put things in motion? Because I feel like they think this is, or they feel this has something to do with them. The there's an adventurous feeling here. There's this feeling of change or newfound success, a feeling of possible collaborating with someone, a feeling of maybe having to do something fast, swiftly, instead of always taking their time about it. There could be a fast transition and positive news. Maybe they just feel like there's something that they need to do to move it along a little bit faster. All right, okay, Libras. Let's see about the Divine Masculine. What is he thinking? Usually the Libras are easy, get along a little bit better with thoughts. Thoughts seem to make more sense to them. Okay, Libras. What are the Libras thinking? The Divine Masculine thinking in the month of June towards the Divine Feminine, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising. So we have the release, metamorphosis, which is the Death card. That could represent Scorpio. And also, whenever we're seeing other signs come out, you could check out those readings as well for additional messages. And then we have the Knight of Angels. So this is the Knight of Swords. He's the watcher. Somebody is spying on you. So the watcher is, or the Divine Masculine here can be the watcher. He's thinking, I need to watch her and see what she's doing. Or he's thinking, I'm watching you. Do you see me watching you? So, but there is this thought that a big change needs to happen. A big metamorphosis, a releasing of the old to bring in the new. There could be could be a person here that's I did get a sense of possibly being attached to a 3D type person, and there is this twin flame connection, feeling like maybe they need to let go of this to pursue my twin flame connection, maybe. So let's see now what the Divine Feminine is thinking in the month of June. Sun, Moon, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. What is the Divine Feminine thinking towards her masculine, about herself, or the connection? Okay. She's got two also. She got the Hierophant and the King of Crystals. King of Crystals. Crystals represents pentacles in this deck. And there could be this stability, this need and desire for stability. The Hierophant represents Taurus. So there could be, for the Divine Feminine here, some Taurus energy that they're looking at. It could also just be like the student-teacher connection. And finally, more specifically, it looks like there's something being offered. Maybe she wants some stability. Look at how it's like kind of floating, and it's this heart, the heart connecting heart. Like, I'm not worried about your material success. I'm connecting with your heart. To me, that's the tangible that I want. Manifesting into the 3D, something that she truly wants. So she could be thinking of that. And that's really interesting mind power that the Divine Feminine has here. She could be thinking that she needs guidance herself, or there's guidance for her to give. She could be thinking that she's ready to expand her awareness and meet new people and gain new insights. She could be thinking that, oh my gosh, this person is really radically changing my belief systems, or like her thoughts and her feelings are kind of being like this swift motion, where Taurus is usually very kind of slow, methodical, but also Venus ruled with the heart. But with this Eight of Wands energy, like wanting to do something quickly, like acting on impulse, thinking maybe I should try something different for a change, be radical, be out, kind of outside of my usual, because the Hierophant's all about traditional things. It's kind of a mix of things that she's thinking. But I think that the Hierophant energy will guide her in the right direction. Okay, so let's see now. Yeah, tradition. You know, sometimes Libras like tradition too. All right, so let's see now what the Divine Masculine is. What are his hopes, dreams, and possible fears? The knowing. For some people, it's the knowing, which goes a little deeper and wiser. So let's see, what is the Divine Masculine hope, dreams towards this connection? Well, here is one. I don't know. Okay. And this one. Ooh, that's a good hope. The hope. Okay. And these are stuck together, but I like both of them. So the Sun, vitality, and the Wheel, breakthrough. Just feeling like, okay, so now he's getting off this cycle. I felt like maybe he was in a round and round and round energy. You know, this felt really good. He's like acting with love, but the codependency issue just made him feel like he was going round in circles. And now he's releasing the old to bring in the new, and it feels really good. So his hopes have to do with this Sun. Like, my hopes here are that my life just becomes happy and clear. I have clarity. I feel this light energy coming through. Let's see now what the Divine Feminine's hopes. Oh, that was fast. Do we want that? Let's try this again. Okay. What is the Divine Feminine's hopes or fears in the month of June towards your Divine Masculine? Sun, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, other placements. What are the Divine Feminine's hopes or her knowing? Okay. We have the Six of Crystals and the Four of Crystals. So the Four of Crystals is all about savings. Sometimes it's a little bit of a hoarding energy, a possessive fear of letting go, fear of not having enough. Here the Hierophant very wisely shares, and here that there's an opposing energy of fear of sharing. But then the Six of Crystals again is about sharing. So yeah, it's this sharing. So the fear is that she won't in the right moment she won't be able to reciprocate. And she will like hold things to herself. Okay, that could be a fear. And then her hope is that there is this beautiful reciprocity. Oh yeah, and don't you worry. Look, this person, this one Libra, loves you the same exact way you love them, and you're gonna love each other amazingly. Like, definitely it's gonna be a reciprocated sentiment, feeling. The twin flame is just that way. I mean, they don't always show it on the outside, but they always feel it internally, this amazing connection and amazing love towards their counterpart. But it is a journey of self-love. So if the Divine Masculine or Feminine go through phases of self-loathing or self-doubt, then it will affect their ability to attract that person. So they have to go into there has to be plenty of work done with yourself in order to attract the one. But this person is coming, no doubt about it. All right, let's see. What is the final action here for the Divine Masculine? All right, wisdom and hope. Very nice. The Star of Hope. There's a shelter here called the Star of Hope. My best friend from high school works there, or she's like runs the whole place pretty much. But the star brings hope and guidance and And look at these angels. The angels are here guiding the divine masculine. He has no need to worry. He starts off with this reading with the angel protection, protecting his heart, protecting his journey. And the Ace of Angels is all about wisdom and like the Ace of Swords energy. It's like the aha moment. It's the epiphany. It's coming into this glorious knowing. Yeah. Where I was saying that in my spread, that one position, hopes, sometimes becomes not hopes, but becomes knowing. Like things you just know it's going to happen. You are manifesting it by assuming it, assumption. Not the law of attraction, but the law of assumption. And so that's definitely a better place. So the actions could be this, using these laws, this power to make it, to manifest it. All right, let's see now what the divine feminine's actions are going to be in the month of June. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and other placements. And, ooh, also an Ace. Newness, beginnings, excitement. Ace of Wands is enthusiasm. And look at this, like, orb. Seems to be following her through everything. Like, she has the orb here. The orb is on his chest. The orb now is there. There's like this orb of light. This dude is like juggling orbs. Oh, okay, yeah. 4 of crystals, 4 pentacles. But it looks a lot more like 2 of pentacles, you know, like the juggler. But yeah, see all the little orbs. But I think that's really cool because it's like, this is almost like coming up with the solution. Like, finally, I like playing that game where you, it's like suddenly, finally, you know how you, that ball and the cup thing, and you're like playing it and playing it, and you can't seem to get it into the cup, and then finally, boop, it popped into the cup. And it's like that moment of, yes, I've done it. I feel like this also means like finally knowing her soul purpose, you know, and this is vitality, adventure, like embarking on an adventure too. It could also represent inheritance, getting some money somewhere too, like starting a dream, full of potential, inspiration, movement. So it's a very enthusiastic card, and I like that for the Libras. Yay! All right, let's see now what your charms are. Not very many came out, but let's take a look. All right, so we got the ducky here. Oh my gosh, there could be a rendezvous for sure, a sexual connection, because the ducky represents, oh, let me just bend this down. So I'll tell you the little story about the duck. So one day I was at a medieval fair by Austin called Sherwood Forest, and I just was very admired highly all the people who are dressed up. And usually when you go to these things, you know, kids, maybe moms, ladies will dress up, but not always the guys. But the men were dressed up full. I mean, sometimes there was a few people in full armor. There was a lot of fun dressed up people. And there was one person, and I was taking a picture of all the dressed up people, and I saw this one guy with a helmet with horns that were humongous. And so I went over to him and I asked him if I could take a picture, and he said, yeah, and I'm the horniest man in all of Sherwood Forest, ha ha ha. And then he pulled out a little ducky out of his pocket and said that it rhymes with something that sounds like duck. And I'm like, okay, great, here's a little duck. Okay, so that's what that represents. So every time I say the duck, I think of something, you know, along those lines, is a sexy kind of energy. So we have idea, a cool idea. We have a bottle of wine. We have family. There could be some inheritance coming up. We have the letter L. We have trust. We have, is this St. Christopher? Let's take a look. Oh yeah, so travel. Oh no, this is Joan of Arc. Woohoo, Joan of Arc. She's giving you strength and courage, maybe to make some moves, to be enthusiastic and do your thing. We have, I just feel like it's possible this month of June, the feminines are going to be a little bit more action oriented than they have been. We've got this key, this lock to your heart. You know, it's time to open up that heart. So yeah, I'm just seeing action oriented, and here we have like open your heart. There is somebody has the key to your heart, but you can't, you know, they won't come through if you don't allow them to come through to unlock it, you know. There is a bit of a celebration happening here. So I don't know if if you like alcoholic beverages, it could represent margaritas, cocktails of some kind. It could represent martinis, champagne. It could also just plain and simple represent a celebration and or love, which cups usually mean love. And then you have the red thread, so definitely a twin flame connection, but some people use different terminology for it, and it will feel like the thread that binds, that ties you together. I just thinking of Gwaki and her thread obsession. No, it's not an obsession, but it pops out for, there's symbols that pop out for us, and it's just a clue to, in a sense, I think when these clues come out, it helps us feel hope again, feel a little bit of encouragement, a little bit of excitement. Spirit's trying to talk to us and tell us things are going to be okay. Look, the thread is here. You also have the wrench, the water pipe wrench. So this fixes pipes, and water pipes connect water, which represents emotions and love. So I just see the wrench as fixing love situations, love connections, the flow between love between people. You also have corn. Like the corn represents the golden food. It's like you have plenty. So you have wine and corn. What else do you need? And martinis and margaritas. Like there really isn't anything else that you need. You have it all. Like some people, you may go sometimes into lack mentality, but don't go there, because I feel like your life is full and rich with beautiful things and comfort and love and all of that. All right, so if you like, I would recommend checking out your counterparts. Go cross-watch them. Do that and check out the other signs in your chart, and also try just looking at all the different readings as a big pick a card. So pick a reading, like let yourself be drawn to a reading for just some random reason, not because it's your sign, and see what kind of messages you get out of that one. So that could be fun too. So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.